In this video, we'll be looking at the first part of making a scrapbook lesson, and that is the creating phase. The first thing we need to know is where we create our lessons. Now, 95% of our creating of a lesson is done on our laptop or our PC, not connected to the eBeam system. This means that we are sitting, typing in text, copying text from other documents, sticking in pictures, inserting activities, inserting videos. So all that creation happens in front of us. The 5% where we create when we are connected to the board happens when we want to add some writing in generally. So what we'll do is create most of the lesson, and then we will connect to the eBeam system, and where we wanted to add in some writing, I'll go add that into the lesson and then save it. Now, the creation could happen in class, during free lessons, before school, after school. Most of the time it happens at home. So what do we create our lessons on? At school we have one of two options. We either have a fixed PC, meaning we have a computer that's in our classroom that stays there, or we have a laptop which we can present with and teach with, but we can also take home. Creating lessons on a PC is difficult if we don't have a laptop at home. Therefore you'd need to come to school early, or stay after school, or during your frees to create on that PC that has access to all those resources. If you have a laptop that you're allowed to take home from school, that's a great advantage because you will create the lessons on the computer that you're actually going to do the work. Now, some teachers might actually have their own PCs or laptops at home. We would definitely need to load up the Scrapbook software onto those computers at home. And you're allowed to do this. So you need to ask the person who's in charge of the software to either give you a disk or USB stick to take home and load the software, or you need to bring in your laptop to the school and they will do it there. The important thing to remember is if you're not using this laptop at home and at school, you'll be creating on a different computer. You will then need to bring a USB stick, save your lessons, and load them up either onto the laptop or the PC that's found at school. What do we put into our lessons? There's a variety of things that we can put into our lessons, but the most common things are text. So we can either type our own text, we can copy text from Word documents, from the internet. Writing. Most lessons are done off the cuff, or we add onto the lesson by writing out the work during the lesson. The important part with that is to remember to save it. And we have a video dealing with saving scrapbook lessons. The next thing we can add in is pictures. These can be found from the internet. They can be scanned in from a textbook. They can be taken off a camera. Then we have flash and interactive objects. Here we have a multimedia presentation. Here we have a multimedia presentation. And here we have a video.
Finding the area of a right-angled triangle is very easy. There is a simple formula. Base,
So these are just some of the things that we can add and put into our lessons. What format do your lessons need to follow? Now, this is an interesting topic because at the end of the day, the eBeam solution is a tool to support your teaching. So the format is up to you. It can be a 1-page lesson. It can be a 20-page lesson. It's entirely up to you. When preparing our lessons, there's two ways to think about it. You can either prepare the entire topic broken up into all the different lessons. This will naturally take a lot more time to prepare, but you will have the entire topic. The other way to do it is to go and create individual lessons as you go along until you create that entire topic, and then you have it. The important part here to remember is to save. Once you've created these, we want to save them so that we can use them next year. There is a simple structure to follow should you wish to use this in your lesson, and it normally starts with a starter or an introductory activity, and this could be a video, a picture, revision from last lesson. We then go into the main, which is what we're trying to teach the students and get across. And then we wrap it up with a plenary, which can be another activity or test or quiz to see what they have learnt. What we mean by interactive lessons is that the students can come up to the board and they can interact. So they would need the interactive stylus, and there's many things you can get your students to do. You can get them to come up and do some writing, so they can fill in answers, or label diagrams, or complete sentences. The other thing we can get them to do is to come up and they can move objects. Move the shape, it reveals. Another trick like that is to pick up the eraser and erase and reveal what's behind. You will find the videos that show you how to do these two activities. As before, we have the flash slideshow, so we can add pictures and activities that the students can do. And again, we have our video.
Green on how to find the area of a right-angled triangle. Finding the area of a right angle.
At the end of the day, when it comes to creating the lesson, just remember that most of it's done at the PC or laptop and not connected to the e-beam. You can add in lots and lots of stuff. However, the great thing about an interactive device is that we can go and annotate and explore and expand and add pages. So we don't have to have all the information on one page. We can have a picture, we can have one word, and then you can elaborate and you can grow that lesson. So to start creating, all you need to do is open up your Scrapbook software, understand what you're going to be teaching, what you're going to put in there, add a few pages and get creative. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the Technology Training Academy.